Bathams brewery, who've been sponsoring me now for I think it's 10 years now in total, and it first came about, I was riding for Yamaha and we couldn't quite get things right with the bike, and I said, right, I'm not really interested in riding it at the TT, and I went to see Matt and Tim Batham, and I said, right, I need a bike for the TT, and they just said okay, and it started from there and it's grown, and for the last 2 years we've had the Bathams racing team, which is, I think we finished third in the championship 1 year, and I think we've had a second this year with Taylor, and we're so close to winning it. And looking forward to the future, we're trying to sign another rider now, which will be a championship winning rider to try and win the championship for the Superstar next year. And me myself, I think I'm just going to do a bit of development with the new BMW, and we're going to do the TT, the Northwest, and obviously Macau again, and yeah, it's just all full on again. This year's TT, it was quite a busy time for us, obviously, with the Mugen. We've got the RCV, the Honda RCV, which is the first time for us riding at the TT, which was a lot of learning when we got the bike going a lot better towards the end of it, because we had a problem with a lot of traction coming in on it. And we had the S1000 BMW as well, so we had a variety of bikes. And I rode a KMR 650 Super Twin as well with Bathams colours. So yeah, it was a full-on week with the weather how it was and everything like that. But we got through it and we had some half-decent results. I've been with Shoei for well, feels like hundreds of years. I've had loads of offers off different manufacturers, to be fair, with different helmet manufacturers, and I've always wanted to start with Shoei. I like the design, the weight of it, and the safety, which is more important than anything, and it just fits just right. This is my dad's design from 1973. This helmet was. My dad won the Isleman TT race in this helmet. It was probably one of the first ones. He had a pudding base, I think it was the first paint job what he had like this, and then obviously we've tried to keep it going with the, obviously this is this year's helmet, the new Shoei helmet, and we tried to keep the same kind of scheme to honour my dad really as well, because obviously I've come a lot of way because of him. Stands out well, and obviously the weight difference is unbelievable.
So I work for Performance Bikes magazine on a freelance basis, and we do road testing with Michael as a regular feature in the magazine. And at one of the tests we were riding a RGV 500, the Kenny Roberts Jr. bike from the 1999 Grand Prix season. And it was during that test that Michael just made a sort of throwaway comment after we'd finished riding the bike about his experience of racing against the bike. Told this story, which is in the book, about how it went about this bike, you see, and how he'd finally got to ride it all these years later for us on PB. And again, I just sort of jokingly just said, oh, do you know, that's amazing, that's an incredible story, you should really write a book one day. That was years ago.
Me, Mr. Negative.
He was like, no one's interested in that.
Who's going to be interested in all that, rubbish, yeah. But yeah, it's amazing what stories have come out,
And we said at the start, we deliberately didn't want to write a 30-year race report. That was really important because, and then I went to this race, and then I went to the TT. You can look all that stuff up.
It isn't, like you say, too hard on racing. It's just like, done this lap time at Donington, and I was happy, and we won that and this. But it's completely, it's more behind the scenes and what really goes on. Understanding, when people understand that it's not, it's a brilliant life, but it has its ups and downs.
It's the life of a racer rather than the career of a racer. That's why we kind of went down that road with the title and the theme of the book. From a writing point of view, it genuinely was a real privilege to be able to try and put this all down and put it across in a way that Michael's happy with, especially because it is such a long and varied career, and obviously the connection with his dad, it was brilliant to get involved and learn more about Tony and Michael's life as a child, growing up, following his dad around, going to the races, and his impressions and memories of that, which as far as I'm aware, aren't really been shared anywhere. At the very, very beginning, we said, well, look, when would be a good time to do this? So we said, let's go for Motorcycle Live. It's kind of like the main event of the year for motorcyclists, not just race fans, but all motorcyclists. It kind of seemed logical to us to approach you guys, you know, to treat the Shoei stand as home for the show, because of all the brands that Michael's raced with, bikes included. Shoei's probably the one he's raced with the longest. So that's kind of like almost a spiritual home almost kind of thing. So we need to base ourselves there, and it was great that we're able to do that with you guys. And it's also kind of cool in a way, albeit inconvenient, that he's away racing when the book is made public at the show. There's kind of a coolness about that, because he's still live, he's still current now and racing.
Obviously look at signing a load of books and put them on the Shoei stand, and you know, it'll work good for everyone there, and plus there on the Wednesday on there for the rest of the week onwards.
Hopefully get a good result there, we might sell some more books.
Well,